Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more Surviving Mars Green Planet. Well, we finally did it. We've achieved our next great wonder, and a very good one at that. We now have power for a very long time. So, while the drones finish up our little flower petals for our artificial sunflower, we will, get a few things up and rolling. So, one of the things I did notice between videos is when we put this in, we unfortunately did not set it up quite properly, so we're going to go ahead and toy with that right now. Rare metals extractor, we don't need people working here, but we do need all the shifts open. I do not believe anything can actually change whether there is overtime or not, so we'll leave that there. We could go ahead and go for some extra power consumption for production, and I think that's a fair thing. Only 2 polymers for that, and I think we'll do the same with the metals extractor as well. Let's just make sure that we go through this vein a little bit faster, because right here... Oh, actually, you know what? It's relatively high. You know what? No, we'll do it anyway. The sooner we're done with that, the better. So either way, we'll go ahead and do those. We also have a couple of issues with some jobs, so we're going to go ahead and tweak a few things for our domes. So first things first, with Dome Emerald, I forgot in the previous one that we wanted all scientists here. That's going to be a major thing. Anyone who's a scientist, we want to be working here. We don't have science research buildings anywhere else, so that is mandatory. Other than that, we definitely don't want any unspecialized individuals. We only want the handful of people that are needed for all of the jobs, which will be a handful of botanists, medics, security officers, and for the time being, a handful of geologists. So, yeah, that is what we're going to go ahead and do. So let's apply this. We also should, let's see, oh yes, I think we need to build a little bit more child care housing. If we have a look at our nurseries, they're all filled. So given that that's sort of the situation, let's go ahead and build up a little bit more for them. So let's see, we want nursery, there we go. So that should work out well. We'll pop that in there. We also have, what else was there? We have a few unemployed colonists in Jade, and in fact a fair few of our places. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and open up a 3rd class at the Martian University. That should be good. Alright, so it looks like we've got, what's this, 5-10 people there. That should be the majority of these, and so in a couple of days we can come back and open up a few more jobs. Maybe some more scientists, maybe a couple more engineers. We will have to see. Alright, so either way, we've got that done, and then let's see, what else do we need to change? Oh, actually, you know what? I just remembered, we were filtering by traits, and we had age group. We need to... Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm glad I caught myself. We need to go back to a thumbs up instead of the exclamation point. That way, when our scientists have decided that they are retiring, they won't be forced in here. So we need to apply that. And then age group, we have said no seniors. Yep. And then let's also make sure that there's no children as well, just for safety's sake. Alright, and I think that should be fine. Flaws and quirks, not a big deal. But, you know, we could probably go ahead and open up a couple more spaces in the sanatorium. Let's just go ahead, and I'm pretty sure we've gone through most of the lazy traits of people, so let's just set that to automatic, and hopefully that will sort out a few of our job issues. Other than that, we may need to go ahead and open up a couple of extra buildings, just so people have access to things. Do we have any unemployed? 4. Yeah, you know what, we'll go ahead and make that a low priority. We'll enable this and leave no restrictions. So that should be fine as time goes by. We'll let that be. And then I think that's going to pretty well cover everything that we need. Yeah, security stations, we probably don't need more. We probably don't need all 3 people in each shift. So I think we should be good. Alright, well then, let's get time up and running. Now, hopefully, with our little sunflower over here, we will be able to get these triple electric scrubbers up and running. If we can avoid paying maintenance on this thing, I think that would be rather ideal. And if my math is right, we should be able to reach either one from either side. So that should cover all of this. Alright, so, let's see. We do have a few polymers left over, so I think it's only fitting that we go ahead and start upgrading some of our housing. We have the home collective upgrade for extra comfort, so I think that's going to be the best thing for us. Let's go ahead and let's work on our scientists' housing first. This will cost us 5, so it's not too expensive. That'll be 15, and then let's see, I guess we'll go for some of these main buildings that, yeah, everyone kind of is more likely to end up working at or living at some point soon. And then let's also go for that over here. That should be, what's that? 5. You know what? Actually, I think we can afford to do all of these. So let's just go ahead and control click and not have to worry about the micro there anymore. Alright, so it looks like people are still willing to trade, offering metals for food. Maybe we go ahead and we see what they would be willing to trade for. Let's go for... let's trade some basic metals. We're pretty good in that regard. And then maybe we go for... maybe we go for electronics or polymers. Let's go for electronics and see if anyone's willing to say goodbye to those. We've got a pretty decent amount of them at the moment, but if we want some of our future wonders, they are going to cost us a fair bit more. So, you never know. If they're willing to make a nice, easy trade, it is probably worth noting. Let's see, what else have we got? You know what? Fuel refineries. How are we doing on that production since we have our shuttles? It says our production is 21 with our consumption of 24. That does not seem very viable. Not in the long run. But I'm not sure if that's really accounting for both of these. But you know what? We probably should make sure that we have a nice little stockpile anyway. And if we have any excess, we can always build some more GHG factories. So let's go ahead and add on a new fuel refinery. So let's go... there we are. Let's collect the fuel refinery. We can put this... you know what? I think we can probably make this fit somewhere in here. No? Okay, that's a little awkward. Alright, well, you know what? Let's just go side by side. I think that seems fairly reasonable. Actually, no, we'll put that right there. There we go. So that'll work out nicely. That means there's already enough power. All that we need is a little bit of access to water. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's just tie that in. And that should do very well. Alright then. There we go. Let's just try and fix up the view again. There we are. That's very nice. Alright, so that should be good. And let's see, what's the next thing? It looks like Dream Reality is the next research. I believe that is our Project Morpheus, so that does cost us 300 electronics. Yeah, we'll see if we can get that built at some point. Yeah, so we will try and get that done. An achievement has been unlocked for the Positronic Man. We have a bio-robot colonist. Very cool. So, where is he? Is that someone that we can find easily enough? Does not seem to be the case. That being said though, I do wonder whether he technically gets the benefits of being a Martian-born or not, since he is... technically a construct. I don't know whether that would count as being born or whether he's just raised here. Yeah. Alright, well either way, I'm sure we'll have some kind of event at some point in the future. But that's not for us to really be concerned about at this stage. Alright, you know what we will do though? Let's go ahead and kick up the importance of these triple electric scrubbers. With everything that they'll have access to, I would really prefer not to have to spend a whole heap of materials on maintenance if avoidable. So that'll be fine. Let's see, triple electric scrubber, that covers all of these. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. And in fact, it's actually quite nice and cheap for us. Yeah, I forgot that we got a tech that gives us a nice little reduction to costs. So, yeah, that is rather nice. Alright, but either way, let's go ahead and... yeah, let's work on the polymers and the factory AI. Both of those will be fine. Again, with more fuel, we will have more resources to create polymers, so it does feed back into itself. Although apparently, we did not connect this up properly, so let's go ahead and... let's go and tie that on in. I thought we were in the right position, but I guess I was wrong. Oh well. It's not a big deal. That should be easily up and working soon. So yeah, starting at 12, I'm pretty sure that'll then move up to about that 19 that we're expecting from everywhere else. Yeah, just shy of 20. So yeah, that shall be all good. That'll certainly sort out our fuel for a while. Does eat into a little bit of our water, but again, that's not exactly a big deal. We have more than we need, and with some techs coming on up, like our dry farming, that will very much not be an issue. Alright, but either way, we have an empty spot, so let's go ahead and add something on in there. Let's go for... let's see... colonists, arcologies, field extractors could be interesting. Rover printing, smart homes. I think at this point there's not really a huge amount that we really need. Maybe we go for more terraforming. So if that is the case, let's see. We'll not go for the open farm. I don't think we're far enough ahead for that to really make a difference for us. Yeah, because that is domeless farming. Maybe we go for... okay, let's see. Forestation, that's probably not quite good enough yet. We want... what have we got? Construction nanites, project Mohole. Let's go for the magnetic field generator. Yeah, you know what? Decreases the loss of atmosphere due to a lack of a magnetic field. That is something that we should add on so we don't lose much in the way of atmosphere, and that's a fairly cheap tech for us to cheap building for us to build. We've got plenty of resources in both, so I think that'll be fine. Alright, and either way, there goes the triple electric scrubbers, so let's go ahead and maximize their surface area that they are working on. Let's go ahead and maximize those, so it does look like they cover both. We just managed to get that just perfect, which is fantastic. And that should mean that none of these ever have to worry about maintenance at any given point. Yeah, that is very, very good. Alright then. That is very nice. Alright then. Let's see, what else have we got? One building not working. What's on over here? Stored concrete. Ah. Oh. Okay. Looks like we have maxed out our local storage, but that's okay. We can easily fix that. Now let's just pop another one side by side. All of our little rovers should be able to do their thing. Luckily, our shuttles should be able to take some of this back fairly quickly, so that won't be bad. That's also our Martian festivals, so now decorations have increased comfort. That'll be very nice. Make things like our gardens a little bit better. I think that's the case. Yeah, so that's a surface comfort of 50. Let's just double check. Decorations. Okay, so it is going up from 40 to 50. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. Alright, so let's see. Oh wow, we can even put little oh no, lamps go outside. Okay. We're not going to bother with that. That'll be fine for now. But we should add on something else. Let's go with... I don't know, faster shuttle speed maybe? Yeah, let's go with the faster shuttle speed. There we go. In fact, you know what? That's a ridiculously easy tech for us to work through. Let's just go ahead and put that at the top. That'll take us only, what's that, half a day? Yeah, 13 hours. That's easy. Very easy. And we even still have room for more outsourcing of science. So you know what? Let's go ahead and spend some more money. We have stacks to our name, so we may as well use it to our betterment. And I think, speaking of things for our betterment, I forgot to safeguard our upgrades. We need some MDS lasers. Yes, I was planning on doing this first, but I got sidetracked. So, let's go ahead and add this to this little spot over here. That'll cover the Omega telescope, our sunflower, and then I believe if I put one over here, that should cover everything that we need, except for, oh, you know what? It is a hex or two a little short. I really do need to be covering absolutely everything. I do not want to risk an accident. So let's go ahead and we'll just put this over here for now. Actually, you know what? Let's just put this one here so everything is covered. That should be fine. We'll get a little bit of overlap, but that's not exactly a big deal. And then we'll put this other one down over here, and that should cover... Actually, you know what? We could probably... Oh, wait a second, come on. I think we put this one over there as well. That should cover everything else that is truly important. Anything outside of that's not really as big of an issue if there are any meteors. But that should be good. That way we don't have to worry about any potential dangers. That should be very nice. Alright, so in fact we should go ahead, and since we have so much power, let's find all of our MDS lasers. Let's go ahead and just double check that all of those are active. Okay, so that's those three. That one will be up and running. This guy's up and running. Alright, so it looks like all of them are powered up, which is what we would prefer. And I think that should mean that, yeah, we are all safe. For some reason I wasn't sure if I'd deactivated any, but again, best to be safe than sorry. So we'll go ahead and do that. And, oh yeah, there we go. We have finished our little construction here. I'm very pleased with that. That is very nice. I do like that. And let's see, what's that? Power production of 4, that's pretty decent. All of these are doubled, otherwise this used to be 5 and now it's 10. Yeah, this is very, very nice. And look at that, 1.3 thousand energy. That is very nice. Alright, but there goes Martian aerodynamics. That took only a mere handful of hours. Let's go ahead and keep the tech rolling. Let's go with... What do we go with? Seed vegetation, melting the polar ice caps for more water. It's not bad. Heat. Oh, terraforming amplification. Okay, GHG factory, core heat convector, magnetic field generator, and carbonate processors gain the amplification upgrade, which improve their performance at the cost of increased power consumption. You know what? That seems quite the offer. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick that up. Again, terraforming is going to take us a while, so any little boosts that we can get earlier are probably better. So that is good. And then I think, let's just check in on some of our drones and see how they're all working. Yeah, I've got a couple of drones. They're not being heavily worked, which is good, which means that should just be consistent work for them. We have a couple of large dumping sites, so again, we'll try and get everything shuttled across using our little drones. That's fairly full, that's all working out. These guys are fine. These ones are busy. They do have 29, so I'm not too surprised that they're as busy as they are. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and shuffle a couple of our drones from this one to the other. Make sure that we are able to remove all of these things from wherever they need to be. Let's go with the desired amount of 0. Actually, no, hang on a second. No. We'll keep it at 3 because that's what it was meant to be. We won't need any electronics. Machine parts are only for a few maintenance issues. And also polymers as well? No, we don't actually need the polymers there, so you know, let's go ahead and deactivate that. That'll be fine. We'll see how the rest goes. And you know what? Let's also go ahead and forbid shuttle access to here. It's well within our drone network, and yeah, giving the shuttles something less to add into their logistics network is probably for the better.
Dust storm
Okay.
approaching.
Well, with the dust storm approaching, that should be fine. Oh, although we do have... You know what? I had not considered this. Our fun little artificial sun over here is probably going to have to shut down during this event. Okay, we're going to need a couple more wind farms if we're going to have enough. Let's go ahead and... I think what we'll do is we'll add in maybe a few more atomic accumulators. Yeah, we'll chuck in a couple more since we have access to so much power. We'll pop those. Let's see, let's go... Actually, you know, I think we could squeeze a couple in over here. Yeah, let's go one over there, second one, and a third one, just for now. That won't take us very much to build, and that should hopefully extend the life of our capacity. I do know that we do get more power than what we need during a dust storm from our wind turbines, but at the same time too, we are going to be asking more and more from our power draw for when these things aren't up and running. So we do need to be somewhat conscientious and get a little bit of a boost just in case. So yeah, that's why we'll do that, just to make sure that we are future-proofing our issues. Yeah, we can probably go ahead and build a couple more. Let's see, triple electric scrubber, we've got you out to here. I guess we could squeeze one more down over there. Yeah, we'll put one more there. We don't want to cover the entrance and exit too much. And then, let's see. Yeah, we'll do...
Research
We'll
complete.
go... Let's see, let's mirror what we're doing here. I think that seems good. So let's go... Hang on a second. Let's spin that around properly. This isn't going to quite align to where I thought it would. Or maybe I just didn't have the... Yeah, this alignment just doesn't quite work for me. So much for the aesthetics that I was hoping to go for. Alright, well, fine. We'll go ahead and we'll go... one over here. And one over there. And that'll be fine. Another two for now should be more than enough, just so we're not getting too far behind the times. These accumulators are charging at a remarkably fast pace. 50 apiece is, I believe it's maximum? Yeah, I don't think it can take much more power than that, so yeah, that'll be up and running easily. We should have a full day's worth. It's only a regular dust storm, so nothing too much to be concerned about. Let's go... Let's see, we can sell things off for some more money, but the question is... Do we have any other planetary missions that we'd like? You know what? Capture meteors. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Yeah, it may threaten the colony. We have our defense system up and running, and realistically, if it potentially brings in another anomaly, let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, let's go ahead and send that off. The drones will easily be able to get that ready, up and running. Yeah, look at all of those. They're just absolutely flying by. That is very, very nice. Yeah, that'll be easily sent off to space and start doing some work while we have to wait out the dust storm. So at least some progress can still be made. Now we will have our shuttles. They'll have to probably go ahead and hunker down through the storm as well. Probably not safe to fly during such events. But, you know, for now, it seems to be the thing that it is. Let's see, what else is there going on? Oh yeah, atmos carbonite processes. Have we got those yet? Yeah, here we are. Converts waste rock into CO2. So 50 power consumes, yeah, 0.4 per sol. I think we go ahead and we build out one of these things. In fact, we should probably build out a couple. The question is, where do we want to place these? So unfortunately, there's not a great way of rotating it around to fit more amiably with what we already have. Yeah, let's see. Oh, hang on a second. I forgot. If we hold down the control button, we get to see all of our little drone hubs and whatever have you, and the little working things. So I guess we may as well just go ahead and build this. I don't know. I don't want to be too far away, but at the same time too, it's yeah, let's go ahead and pop this here. That should be fine. That actually, no, let's just go a little bit closer. Yeah, there we go. So that should cover a fair few of our drone hubs. It's nothing too close. We'll even go ahead and start moving some dumping sites towards them. I think that seems ideal. We'll go with a large dumping site right about here, and another one over there. And I suppose that will have to be good enough. So we want these ones to be at full at all times. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that should be good. And then if we can go ahead and make the mow hole, we'll be able to get a good amount of stuff going this way. In fact, we may even end up chucking the mow hole over here somewhere. That wouldn't be the craziest idea, because that way it can drop all of its extra goods right beside where we need it to be. So that would be quite nice. Yeah. And it looks like that's going to clear up a couple of these other large dumping sites as well, which is good to see. In fact, yeah, it looks like we're going to be ferrying from here to there to here. It's not the best, but it could be a whole stack worse, and at least it gives our drones something to do, which are otherwise fairly well unaffected. Alright, so that'll cost us 50 machine parts, which is easily done, 40 metal and 160 concrete, all of which is easily done. Alright, I did forget, we did get a notification, I'm sure, that we are now out of concrete in this location. So let's go ahead and salvage the building. Break that down for what it's worth. And then, do we have any more concrete? Yes we do. We still have this one here for another 1700. And then from there, I think we're going to have to figure out some alternate deposits. Though I'm thinking, yeah, we've got a couple more down here. That's not too bad. 1,600, another 1,000. Yeah, okay, so we'll just start working on all of these, and we'll slowly start ferrying it back up. That is one thing I do miss from games like Factorio, is the fact that you can just get your little conveyor belts and send them to where you want them to be. Sometimes the logistics is so much better, although it's also not necessarily the same hassle too when you have issues. So, you know, swings and roundabouts, but it is what it is. Both games are fantastic for different reasons. But either way, let's see. Looks like 2 days remain before we get to do our little mission. That's going to be fine. All of our lasers are still up and running. I'll just double check that this is covered. Let's find our little MDS. Ooh, okay, so this isn't quite covered, and we don't want to lose this building. So let's go ahead and build up another one. We need to make sure that we've got good coverage. I think for future expansion, we'll just go ahead and we'll pop this. Hang on a second, let's just check. Yeah, this will be within range of... Actually, if we put this here... Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll go there. That way we cover all of these little... Oh no, never mind. That wasn't one of the ones that I was after. Alright, but either way, let's go ahead and we'll put this here. We should be able to put a triple electric scrubber somewhere between the two. And that will be good for both, in fact. Yeah, if we need 3 hexes, let's go... That's 1, 2, 3. So we'll put you here. And then we need one more. Let's put this about there. That way we can cover everything else that we put in this little area. And we should... yeah, be able to reach each other as well as a little bit extra. So that'll be fine. We'll use what we've already got. That's easily enough done with all of our electronics. It's only a handful of metals. So yeah, that is going to be all A-okay. Let's just make sure that we quickly make this MTS laser the top priority though. If we are going to be sending asteroids our way, we probably need to make sure that we are somewhat safe. Alright, RC Commander, you know what? What are you doing? Not enough these days, it seems. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's just bring you back to base. Your drones aren't really doing too much for us. This drone hub, I'm not really too concerned. Again, if an asteroid lands on one of these, it's not the end of the world to try and repair. So I'm not too concerned. Still have 16 hours before the dust storm, so that'll be nice. Still, everything is looking really good. We've got plenty of oxygen. How much have we got? We have 28 days worth of oxygen. Almost 14... yeah, almost a fortnight worth of water. Yeah, I think we're doing A-okay. And this is, again, before we start getting the extra bonuses from the dry farming, which I believe is about to be done in the next day. Yeah. And of course, oh yeah, this is after having used an absolute metric ton of, or maybe even a megaton worth of water to get that artificial sun up and running. Yeah, I'm not sure what 1 unit of water counts as, but it did say that this thing needed, I think it was 1,000? So, 1,000 or 10,000, but either way. It required a fair bit, so that'll be fine. Once we've got that going, that'll refill nice and quickly. Still dealing with a few job issues though, so we're going to just quickly have a quick look. Yes, quickly have a quick look. I think what we need to do at this point is we're going to kick open the sanatorium. We'll get that working day and night. I think we need to go ahead and... we'll amplify you for sure. Did we open up some of these jobs to the less educated? I feel like that might become a thing for us. Yeah, the security station and the infirmary, they're the only two that are not science... sorry, that don't use scientists for the production outside of the farm. We still need a geologist. It says we need 0, so we should technically have a geologist somewhere around for this job. Let's see, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can have 24 people per Hawking Institute. We have 2 sets of apartments, so that's both of those. Then with the third set of apartments, we have 3 medics, potentially 6 security station operatives, so that takes us to 9. And then that still leaves us with 15 people who don't need to be in this dome. 15 plus another 3, that goes... yeah, we've got 12 spaces. I think we start opening up the institutes a little bit further. Yeah, I think in the long run we'll go ahead and get that research lab filled out as well, but for now it's just not as a... yeah, it's set as a low priority, so people are only going here because they've got nothing else to do. Let's go ahead and we'll open these fully up. And as much as I want scientists, I think we'll go ahead and we will allow no restrictions just for now. Yeah, and we'll take what we can, and we'll see how that all pans out. Other than that, I think let's go ahead and help out the electronics factory. There's some people that could work there, and then I think we may need some more production buildings. I think we might be at a point where we can afford a few more people to be working, if at all possible. Yeah. Let's see. Do we want the oil bots? You know what? No, not for now, but we will go ahead and add on an extra one. Although, wait a second, a scientist? What are you doing over here? That does not seem right. We should have... Engineer, senior, why on earth are you still living? Emerald? Yeah, we're in this dome. I thought we changed. Age groups. Seniors, not allowed. Huh. Well, isn't that just curious? Specialization, we did not say... It is preferred, but again, we... That is a curiosity. I do not know what's going on there. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and check out one of our other domes. Let's make... I thought this one was our retirement dome. Let's go for the age group. Seniors are supposed to be living here. That's good. Let's just go ahead and let's go through the other domes, and we will set them to no, or at least not as kindly towards them. Well, okay, maybe that's not the best wording there I've ever used, but yeah, let's just go ahead and set it up that they're inclined to move towards our retirement dome. Who knows, maybe we'll try and start some bingo or something for them while they're all there. But either way, that is where we're going to call things for today. Hopefully we have a good meteor shower in the next one, so if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.